Hello, welcome to another Action 66 Kamen review. This is wave 4 with 13, 14, 15 and 16. You got Drive, Type, Speed, Kamen Gaim, Kachidoki Arms, Wizard, Flame and Faiz. Just a quick look on the side of the box. Can't see the side because there's a bloody sticker on there. Can't see most of the back because there's a sticker on there because Daniel and Co in Hong Kong are complete idiots. But you can see that it basically tells you how high it is. Still see all the accessories on here, so you can use these boxes as references. But enough of the box. Let's take a look at the figures. Those are the figures from the previous review. Well, let's start with Drive then. New type of stage. Both of these pegs are completely identical. So it's the same. These two pieces are the same. And so you can combine these with all of them and just keep pegging more on for some weird deformed structure. Apart from fist hands and item holding hands, it's got item holding hands for both sides. Let's see, actually no. He's got fist hands, one right hand for holding his sword, and he's got relaxed hands both hands, and one more, this kind of relaxed hand, but it's for a pose, like a Senshin pose or something. So, got these there. And this is pretty much just like a little ball peg moving along. And there's these holes on the stand that peg the hands. And the hands are still made of soft material, but the peg is made out of hard material. So plugging the hands in is a bit more stiff than they used to be on the softer stands on the previous 66 stuff. So I'm going to put that sword... Put that back in. Let's take a quick look at the sword first. Now the blade itself is painted blue and the rest of it is just black plastic. You cannot turn the tire. One would think you could actually, because that's just a simple peg system, but no, you can't do that, so don't try and do that, you will break it. But yes, it's a single molded piece, soft, rubbery. Drive, there he is. With these figures the articulation is a bit different, and you still got the ball peg head, of course. I got the arm that goes forward, backwards, and a little ball peg, so that's fine. And ball peg for the torso, really stiff though because it drives shape. And leg on the ball peg again, single joint and ball peg feet. The new joint here is you can rotate the arms now, so that's actually really good. It makes them actually so much better to have this joint. This joint's on a little peg, so it's not just a little. It's got a little bump on it, just like Lego hands, so the arms won't fall off, and that's really good. Well done, Bandai. For the same price, they've added like so much more into these figures. There's Drive's big compound eye effect is really good. Looks very, very sharp, very bright under the light. This piece is just soft and wobbly. That's fine. Back detail mode is actually really nice here for the according to the suit. I still don't like Drive's suit too much, but I mean, in terms of the toy copying what should be there, it's really good. And the pegs here really stand out because his hands are bright, his lower arms are bright red. Little shift car slot right there, just a big silver chunk, which is, again, it's fine. So he can change shift cars actually with the rotating arms, so that's excellent. Paint details got loads missing as always. I'm just going to plug him back to the stand, give him back the sword. Hopefully his arm doesn't fall out. You can see his he can't actually hold the sword too well, it's just like wobbly. It's too loose. So that kind of sucks. I actually would have preferred him to have the door gun. No, this is his first weapon, so that's fine, I guess. And with this stage, this stage is a lot better in staying inside the rider, and apart from the feet ones, instead of the feet ones that keep falling off, they use up more space, so that's something you gotta live with. So, Drive right there. Next, let's do Wizard. There he is. Fist hands, of course, and two relaxed hands, and so one sword holding hand and one sort of like a big hand when he does the big thing. Obviously all the hands have the little ring on them. His articulations is a lot more limited, of course, slightly limited by these cases. They are completely soft material, but I wouldn't want to bend them too much because I do fear breaking them. And of course, no painted detail on the feet as always, almost always. And his helmet is not transparent. I mean, the best part about these figures is that they still kept transparent eyes and compound eye effects, whereas here it's just a flat metallic red paint and makes Wizard one of the worst looking ones. At least he doesn't have figure arts proportion issues. By the way, a lot of their feet at the bottom do have the logos printed on them. He's lacking the most amount of paint, and his hands are way looser on these on this stand, so that's something to keep an eye out for if you don't want to lose these. Back, of course, no paint, so that's something. And then we have, let's go Faiz last. Gaim. Kachidoki arms. He probably looks the best because there's so much molding going on. Even though he doesn't have the paint, it still looks really good. The flags can detach and he can hold them, and they do have the little Gaim logo printed on them, so that's really good. Here's the back. Again, of course, no paint on the back. Fist hands, weapon holding hands, and relaxed hands. And his driver looks a bit better than Kiwami, just because it does actually have a shape and it's not just a flat piece. It looks weird. And he has another DJ gun, which is the exact same one. I think it has a bit. No, yes, it's the exact same one. Just looks like it has more detail because he's being held by a better figure. And these pieces can rotate on a little ball, on a little peg. They do fall off quite easily. But it's good that you can unplug them and paint them. Front piece is pretty solid, so it restricts articulation a little bit. His head can't do too much. These shoulder pads are glued on very tight, which is good. And his overall, his arms and stuff are a lot tighter than some of the other figures. So, again, these are good things. Tight is good. Finally, we have Faiz. So let's open our eyes and see that he has a lot of leg printed details, and that's awesome. His little sword is painted red all the way around. Come on, Bandai, you could have saved some paint there and made it more accurate. Why didn't you do that? Fist hands, one sword holding hand, and sort of one relax. And his sort of when he's doing that pose where he's kind of like leaning on his legs, on his laps. So he's got hands for that. Eyes are really good here. Yeah, just really good eyes. And back is completely, almost not painted. It has the red does finish there, but overall he looks pretty good with all the paint stuff on the legs. Because they save money by not painting his hands too much. Oopsies. The little red arrows are molded there on his hands, so you can paint those in quite easily if you choose to. And obviously painting silver fingertips is going to take a bit of time and effort. The Faiz phone is there, and all the details are molded there. Again, that's good. It's not just a flat piece, so if you do paint it, it will look so much better. So this is a pretty good wave. It has two of my least favorite riders in there with Drive and Wizard. So that's something. So this wave wouldn't appeal to me too much. Obviously, people are going to want to collect all of these anyway, so they're going to have to do that. Get these. But Faiz and Gaim's best looking form is in this wave. So yeah, annoying. I mean, you can buy these separately if you do want. So that's something you could do. So not too annoying, I guess. So let's put these in order. So Decade, Double, O's, Forze with his stand popping off again, Wizard, Gaim, extra riders can go to the side. Actually, Gaim, go forward, and you can have your two forms behind you. Again, these stages are really getting in the way. So, hate and love relationship with these triangle stages. Gaim and drop. Sangatsu and Eternal can just stand in the back. Right there. Be good. Faiz, get closer. And Ichigo, just be there. So yeah, starting to get pretty good, I'd say anyway. So yeah, not a bad wave, not the best, a bit of a mix for me personally, but really digging that they have the new extra arm swivel joints, and that's really useful for these kinds of figures. So subscribe, just comment below, guys. Take care and have a nice day. Bye.